Live from Albert Ali Gymnasium at Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills, is proud to present the Miners Road to Arco Arena. Tonight, your Nevada Union Miners take on the Metro League rival, the McClatchy Lions. It's coming up right here for you next on the Foothill Game of the Week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ali Gymnasium, where the Miners continue their quest tonight for the Metro League Championship. Standing in the way of them is the McClatchy Lions. I'm Jim Adams, along with NU freshman coach Gene Smith, Alan Barros handling our stats, our producer-director Gil Dominguez, and of course we have the entire Touchdown Production sports team on hand. And Gene, the Miners escaped a close one against Grant on Wednesday in order to stay on top of the Metro Division.
That's right, Jimmy. The Miners were behind by 12 points at half and had to dig deep in the third quarter to overcome a slow start against the tough Grant team who had their eyes set on a Metro League upset. But now that game is behind them and they can focus on the task at hand tonight here, which is remaining in first place and closing out the season on getting a home playoff game, which is very, very important to Nevada Union.
And as many of you may know, Ty Smith broke his nose in PE early on Wednesday and had to play with a face mask on Wednesday night. Tough first half, great second half. Gene, what's Ty's condition today?
Ty's going to play. He's, when you get in the game, I think, the adrenaline rush and everything, he forgets about the nose. And the mask was a little uncomfortable at the beginning, but he shook it off and hit his first 7 shots coming out after the break. So he's looking for another big performance tonight to keep his team ahead in the league standings.
A lot of the offense goes through Ty Smith. Thanks for the report, Gene. And we'll have a few more words from Coach Jeff Dellis, as well as some comments about tonight's contest after we pause to remind you that the Miners Road to Arco Arena is being underwritten by Liberty Motors of Grass Valley and Liberty Motors of Auburn. Liberty Motors is proud to display the new Dodge Ram 3/4-ton pickup truck with the Cummins turbo diesel engine and celebrate the new opening of the second Liberty Motors in downtown Grass Valley. Liberty Motors Grass Valley and Liberty Motors Auburn.
And Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals. Helen Orson and Jeff Hansen, along with Sue and Larry Peterson, are general contractors and can assist you in any phase of residential or commercial site preparation, including earthwork, grading, and flood damage repair. Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals.
Suburban Propane. There is a reason that Suburban Propane has been voted the Foothills Best for 5 years in a row, and it's customer service. They also remind you that since the cold winter nights are upon us, it's time to check your tank today. Suburban Propane.
Placer Title Company, Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil remind you that they have 2 locations to serve you in Nevada County, in Grass Valley and Bear River, and manager Tracy Willis is ready to assist you with any real estate purchase in South Nevada County and Placer Title Company.
Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop. Accidents do happen. That's why the Tripp brothers, David, Todd, and Daryl, specialize in collision work and work with your insurance company to get you back on the road quickly. Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. I'm Gene Smith along with Jim Adams and Alan Barros, bringing it to you tonight and saying thank you for tuning in to the special telecast. And be sure to tune in next time on the Foothill Game of the Week as we travel back to the Ally and watch the Miners take on the Kennedy Cougars for the Metro League title. on our Foothill Network stations, NCTV Channel 11 in Grass Valley, Seabridge Connections Channel 23 in Colfax and Alta Sierra, Lake of the Pines Channel 7 in Bear River, and ACTV Channel 20 in Auburn.
So, Gene, a big contest here tonight for the Miners. It really needs no introduction, but I guess no one would know better than Coach Jeff Dellis, and Gil has Coach Dellis. Gil, down to you.
Thanks a lot, and we have Dellis here, and Jeff's a pretty excited, happy guy tonight.
Absolutely. I'm really happy for the kids. They put themselves in this position to play for a league title, and the next 3 games are all league title games.
Let's go back one game, though, to the Grant game. Dismal first half, but the Miners rallied in the second half and get the W.
Yeah, we came out really sluggish. I was really surprised. But the good thing about it was these kids now, I was talking to kids before the game, every single one of these kids has played on a league championship team. This is Brendan McFadden's 3rd quest for a league title. All the seniors have played on one, and the juniors all won league title last year undefeated. So they've all been there, and even though we were down at 12 at halftime, all they needed to do was be reminded that they needed to chip away and not try to get it all back at one time. And, you know, by the end of the 3rd quarter, we were down 2.
Do you think that looking ahead to McClatchy had anything to do with it?
I don't think so, because Grant beat us down there. So we owed them a debt. I'm not quite sure. Try not to spend too much time thinking about it. The fact is that they had a great second half, and hopefully we can carry that momentum into our start tonight.
Well, I was listening to it on the radio because we were down at Del Oro last night, but it sounded
that was a mistake.
No, there was a good game, though. The Lady Hillman and the Lady Golden Eagles for the SFL championship.
Good.
But I thought you guys would handle them easy. That's why we chose that game. But it sounded very exciting, and when I heard what had happened to Ty Smith, I went, oh my God. And then I saw the picture in the paper today. How did that factor in when you heard about that? What went through your mind?
With Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cause for concern, but he's such a focused kid. And it took him about a half to get going. It was 1 for 8 in the first half, and it was kind of settling for shots, I think, rather than attacking the glass as he usually does. Second half, he started to work his inside out, get into the hole, try to get to the line a couple of times. He got to the basket, and then he worked out, and then he started hitting his shot again.
Well, it sounded like a dramatic 3rd quarter, and I think that momentum is going to be good for the team coming into tonight. What do we know about McClatchy and how are you going to defend him?
McClatchy's real well coached. They have a number of nice spot-up shooters, and then their big kids really make them go, though. They have a kid, number 32, Sanders, who scored 19 against us in the second half off 8 offensive rebounds. So we're going to have to do a better job on him defensively. And then the second thing is we need to get back defensively and force them to set up. If we force them to set up and limit them to one shot, we're going to be in good shape.
And so for the Miners, what did you tell them? Who are we going to see a big game out of tonight?
You know, they're eager. And we had a good practice yesterday. We're shooting the ball well. We should be hitting our peak right now. We're expecting everybody to come out and play a real solid game tonight.
And, of course, we got another game, another big one on Wednesday with the Kennedy Cougars.
Yeah, unless Yuba City's able to help us out tonight, and if we can take care of business tonight, then next Wednesday will be for the league title.
All right, well, listen, congratulations on last night's victory and really a really fun season for you as the Miners have gotten better and better with each game and find themselves in a great position to win the Metro League title.
This is when we want to peak. This is when you want to be playing your best basketball.
Well, I think you got them right where they need to be.
I think so.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff.
Thanks, Gil.
All right, Jeff Dellis there, the head basketball coach, and you know, I can't help but smile. He's all smiles, Gino.
Yeah, he's relaxed tonight, you know, and he knows this home court's been good to him the last couple of years. And he feels real confident here, and his team should. They played outstanding basketball at home.
Well, and, you know, he mentioned the crowd off air. It is a very big crowd here tonight. And as you can see right behind me, we have the Miner Maniacs all painted up. What do you think, Jim? I take off my shirt and paint up like that?
Gil, I think if you're lucky tonight, maybe they can get 2 letters on you.
That's right. I could go for the double letter. Good thought, Jim.
But just put NU, Gil, on second thought, I think you should go back to the truck.
Okay, probably best for everybody. But it's a big house tonight. This is really the essence of high school basketball here in our community. If you get a chance, come on out to one of the games. If the Miners win the Metro League, they will have a home playoff game. That'll be February 24th. So be sure to come on out if that happens. Fun time for everybody, guys. Let's get ready for some basketball. Thank that second set of underwriters. Throw it back to you.
Indeed, Gene, a game that needs no introduction. The Miners in a comfortably must-win situation tonight. The Miners' road to Arco Arena is being underwritten by Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services. Mike Bratton has been helping you for years to insurance for the important things in your life. Now he can also assist you with long-term financial planning with State Farm Financial Services. Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services.
And Paulette's Country Kitchen. Paulette and John Rickard specializes in country-style breakfast and lunch all day in Grass Valley with a complete and varied menu, including daily lunch specials and homemade pies. Paulette's Country Kitchen.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service, Mike and Mark Hauser carry on the family traditions of personal service started by their father Fred Hauser and remind you that good brakes are essential for safe driving in these snowy winter months. Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
In the house of print and copy, Patty Free continues the tradition of customer service first and printing your job correctly the first time, and offers complete printing for any need or occasion, along with copy service in Grass Valley, the house of print and copies.
Walker's Office Supply, Mike Anderson and the staff at Walker's can order any office product you may need and usually get it just one day and carry a wide selection of office products in their Main Street facility, specializing in ways to make your business and home more efficient. That's Walker's Office Supply.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television of the foothills. Your favorite game of the week telecast is now available on DVD. That's right, every sport broadcast in our vast Touchdown production library is now available on our new DVD format. And now Touchdown Productions can transfer your home videos to DVD as well. Don't let your precious memories slip away with age. Contact Touchdown Productions to transfer your personal videos to DVD.
Well, in a big contest here tonight, you might not call it a must-win, but Gene, it would sure help them along the way if the Miners could have a good showing tonight and prevail against these McClatchy Lions.
Yeah, this is it. This is the Miners. You know, they're in control of their own destiny here. You got the two teams trail them. Two teams directly to trail them right now, or they're playing back-to-back at home. So, you know, you got the sixth man, the crowd into it tonight. So they got everything going for them right now. Now they just have to go out and execute the game the way, you know, that they've learned how. And you know, they looking at them warm up here. They look confident. They look a little bit loose. You know, they're ready to go. They got their leading scorer right now, Tyler Smith, with his mask on right now, and he's got to play one game with it, and he came out and played a good game with it on, and I think he's a big game player. So I think we're going to get a good effort from him as well.
The Miners tonight in a crucial game here against the McClatchy Lions. As Gene mentioned, really the necessity to play 4 complete quarters of basketball. Let's remind you that in the last game that they had against McClatchy, the Miners led 30-17 at halftime, only to go on to lose that contest, Gene.
Yeah, they were actually up 13 points late in the third quarter against McClatchy down there, and you know, that the McClatchy just they used their pressure defense to hound them into some turnovers, and Nevada Union didn't shoot particularly well that night. You know, I think Nevada Union, with that big lead they had down there, they got a little too comfortable and didn't finish the game. But so they remember that, and you know, it is so tough to win in the Metro League on the road. So Nevada Union's ready to go.
If you take a look at the standings here, here's your Metro League up to the moment. Nevada Union on top at 7-2, only having played 9 games, having 1 game in hand. McClatchy at 7-3, right on their heels. Kennedy at 6-3, Granite Bay at 5-4, and then the bottom kind of falls out with Granted 4-6, Yuba City at 3-6, and then Johnson rounds it out at 1-9. So there you can see the importance of NU versus McClatchy and Kennedy versus Yuba City tonight. One of the things that McClatchy is known for that you'll really have to watch for tonight, Nevada Union is going to have to be very diligent on the defensive boards because McClatchy has seemed to excel, Gene, on those offensive boards.
Yeah, they do, and that's the tell story. Of winning and losing basketball games, it's in the paint, and the team that wins the rebounding situation and goes to the free throw line more is usually the team that comes out victorious. And McClatchy does do a very nice job on the boards, and that's those second and third chance points come into play. And we don't want that to happen again tonight like it did down at McClatchy. So Nevada Union's going to make an effort on those boards tonight.
You could build a little bit of a case that the McClatchy Lions are somewhat a two-person team. Liddell Sanders and Ben Duncan lead literally every category of the McClatchy Lions, Gene.
Yeah, when you got two guys, you can't just focus on one. You can't go boxing one on them because they have two scores, and they got a nice inside-outside game. Brad Klopp is the coach for McClatchy, does a very nice job of working high post to low post, and his team does a good job of getting to the free throw line. So Nevada Union's post defense, I think, is going to have to be the key for this game tonight. They're going to have to get their hands up and make sure they get against the body and limit these guys, McClatchy, to one shot.
As Coach Dellis said in our pregame segment, the Miners have had good practices this week. Everybody is ready to go. A couple of things to note. Coach Dellis said, had a chance to talk with him before the game, the Miners need to control the tempo of this contest. And in addition to that, they need to have a deeper bench in which they get some good output as far as that is concerned. The last 2 years, Gene, have largely belonged to the Miners. Before that, it was quite the drought. However, this is a great time of year for the team and an opportunity for them in their own building to really kind of forge ahead and force a huge game next week against Kennedy.
Yeah, Nevada Union, the last 2 years, they've shared the Metro League title. They finished 8-4 the last 2 years. This year, their goal coming in was to win the title outright. And to do that, I think they're going to have to win their next 3 games, including tonight, Kennedy and Yuba City, to have a lock on that Metro crown. So, they also have not been at home for a playoff game in quite a few years. So that's a huge advantage to open up in front of a crowd like this, rather than to have to go on the road. Last year we went to Modesto to play Bayer High School, and they had a great crowd there, and it was a close game, and that came into play, I think, a little bit.
Let's switch sides again for a moment over to McClatchy. Hey, Gene, McClatchy has not lost for a while. They're a fast-moving team. They crash the offensive boards. They're up and down the courts. This is a pretty talented team. It's going to be a great test tonight.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good matchup. Basketball is a game of matchups, and that's going to determine the outcome of this game. Both of them have key players, and you want to make sure Coach Dellis is going to make those adjustments early on, and that's going to determine a lot of how this game goes.
So here on homecoming night, this is Gene Smith with Jim Adams with Gene Smith and Alan Barros. And to honor America, let's all rise for our national anthem.
Whose
And there you have it, our national anthem.
And now let's meet the starting lineup.
Let's take a moment to meet the starting lineup of the McClatchy Lions.
From McClatchy High School. Number 4, Actor Keola.
Number 4, 6 foot tall senior Actor Keona.
Duncan.
Number 12, 5'7" senior Ben Duncan. Number 21, 6'1" senior Ryan Langan. Number 32, 6'3" senior Liddell Sanders. And number 11, 5'10" junior forward Ken Lambert. So there's your McClatchy Lions right there. And they are going to be formidable foes for the Miners tonight. This promises to be a sensational contest for both of these teams, and we're really glad to be able to be here and bring this to you here on the Touchdown Production network of stations, as McClatchy has a little bit of a coming together at the center court. And now the starters for the Nevada Union Miners, first place in the Metro, 7-2. 5'11" junior, number 15, Kevin Nelson. 6'1" junior, number 11, Travis Edwards. And number 4, a 6'4" junior, Tyler Smith. Number 12, a 5'8" senior, Carter Latimer. And finally, at 6'3", senior, number 21, Brennan McFadden. And Gene, there's our starters for the Miners tonight.
Yeah, Dellis, you know, things are going good right now, so he's not going to juggle that starting lineup. It's changed, 3 or 4 times, but it's been pretty, he's been going with this group of 5 guys, and we've been on the road to a number of victories here lately, so why change something that's working well? Here we go, tip-off here against McClatchy.
Ty Smith introduced without the face mask on, and then puts it on prior to the opening tip-off, and he will jump against number 32, Liddell Sanders. We expect a lot of the offense from McClatchy to go through Sanders. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go, this big Metro League tilt for first place in the Metro, and it comes on off to the Miners. Brings it up over to Smith. Miners work tentatively here in their first possession. Lambert gets his first touch. Duncan wheels to the left underneath the Ty. Ty tries to put it up, but catches nothing, and the rebound is by Sanders. Latimer will bring it up here for the Lions. He will run a lot of their offense tonight. Duncan underneath, there's Sanders, no good, rebound Miners. So the first rebound there is by Nelson, and the ball is thrown out of bounds, and it will be a turnover, the first turnover of the contest, and the ball will go back over to McClatchy. Gene, early on, both teams a little bit tentative here.
Yeah, Nevada Union wanted to get out and run right there, but a miscommunication. But these guys will loosen up. Both of them are up-tempo teams.
And we had a whistle there. I think maybe something was on the court.
Yeah.
So instead of risk it, we get a whistle, and McClatchy will have a chance. Ken Lambert will inbound the ball and gets it on over to Duncan. Back over to Lambert. Lambert to Sanders. Lambert's going to try for 3 from the outside. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Miners. Kevin Nelson. On over to Carter Latimer. in and out. Shot there by Kevin Nelson, and Duncan will bring it back up again for McClatchy.
That's a good look there by Nevada Union.
Turnover there for the Miners.
Turnover.
Nice play there.
McClatchy's working hard to try to get the ball inside to get get an easy one here from their post players.
Travis Edwards with the steal. And Smith from outside. McFadden gets the rebound. He can't put it in. Gets his own rebound. Tries the third time. Another offensive rebound. That one catches nothing, and Sanders comes up with the rebound. Here comes McClatchy on the fast break. Almost fouled on the play. On over to Lambert. Nice block there by Tyler, but it comes underneath, and Keonia puts in the garbage. So 2-0 there. The first points of the contest are scored by McClatchy, and with 5:48 to go in the first quarter, 2-0 McClatchy. Almost let go with it. There's Smith from outside for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded there by McClatchy. Duncan comes on up with it. Lions pull on up, ahead 2-0. Sanders gets it underneath, gives it back out to Duncan. He'll shoot for three. It'll come off and no good, and McFadden will get the rebound. Miners start to run here. Carter Latimer has Ty Smith. Smith drives, but before that, there's a whistle on the play. There'll be a foul against the McClatchy Lions.
Yeah, Tyler saw a lane there to the left. It was a one-on-one situation, isolation on their side, and he was going to go baseline, and McClatchy reached out for the grab.
McFadden now surveys the offense from outside for three, no good. Miners cold early, and he steps on the out-of-bounds line. The Miners will keep it. So in that situation, Ryan Langan of the McClatchy Lions steps on.
Yeah, got to cut a break there.
And the Miners will have another chance offensively. Gene, they need to get some points out of one of these possessions.
Yeah, we need to get this crowd into it here, and we do.
Travis Edwards breaks the ice for the Miners. We're now tied at 2 with 4:45 to play in the first quarter. Out of bounds, and will stay with the Lions there.
Let's take a look at that last replay there. That's a drive by Tyler there. He's going baseline there and gets the guy in his hip.
Had a quick first step and had a step on the defense, so that was a good foul. And there's Sanders scoring for McClatchy, and that makes it 4-2 in favor of McClatchy. As we said at the outset, a lot of this defense will go through Sanders and also number 12, Ben Duncan. Ty Smith, McFadden. Dishes underneath the tie, goes out of bounds off of his hands and over to McClatchy.
Slow start for Nevada Union here right now. McClatchy last 3 times has gone to the post right there. They go again. That's a 4th trip down here. They got numbers. Nevada Union got numbers.
Good break here. Dishes it back to McFadden. McFadden over to Smith. Smith from outside, wants to drive, gets underneath, and lays it in. So a spin ball off the backboard, and the Miners have tied it at 4. Here's Duncan, almost gives it up. It does go out of bounds and goes on over to Nevada Union.
Yeah, that's good pressure.
And let's look at this play here.
Okay, this Tyler going baseline. He gets underneath the backboard there, decides to go underneath the glass, and comes up right-hand reverse layup off glass. So pressure defense there caused that turnover. Travis Edwards did a nice job there on that on-ball defense.
So with it tied at 4, the Miners have a chance to break it, and James Brinley off of the bench comes into the forecourt with the ball, kind of driving the offense here. Over to Nelson. Nelson thought about it, but gave it back over to Brinley, and Smith dishes to McFadden. McFadden drives, looks like he wants to take it, does, comes off the rim, no good. Offensively, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in.
Yeah, Brennan wanted the foul with that one right there. He said something to the referee as he ran by there, Jim, but didn't get it.
You know, the Miners have been good, Gene, offensively on the boards here early on.
Yeah, McFadden's had 2 or 3 offensive boards so far.
And a great play there defensively. Even though he kicked the ball, Gene, the fact of the matter was he was on an odd man break there.
That would have been a layup if he didn't get his foot out. So Brennan uses all body parts there.
So we'll take a fresh 35 and a good defensive play. And with the Miners ahead, 6-4 with 2:54 to play in the first quarter, McClatchy inbounds the ball. Smith with the rebound there on the shot by Keonia. And Ty Smith will bring it into the forecourt. Over to Brenly. Two.
That's Edwards again.
Travis Edwards.
Travis made a nice little slash move there. He's going to his left, put it up with his right hand. That was good body control by Edwards.
And a foul there on the play.
Coach Dellis is going to be happy with that one there. Tyler let the guy have the baseline there, and Travis came over in a help position and was set. The offensive man ran into him for an offensive charge there. Nice play, Travis Edwards.
So Ryan Langan commits the foul for the McClatchy Lions, and another turnover there for the Miners. So early on with an 8-4 lead, it looks like, Gene, that they're kind of gaining momentum as this first quarter progresses.
Yeah, their defense is energizing them right now.
James Brenly. Wants to drive left. Tries to give it underneath there.
Yeah, he's going inside the Tersic, the post player there, and had a grab foul there on McClatchy. That was the 22. 22 from McClatchy is David Joshua.
So Joshua commits a foul. That's 3 team fouls now against McClatchy to none for the Miners. Ty Smith dishes it on out. Over to Brenly. Brenly has Smith behind him and gets it to him. Ty will take the shot and hit. So Ty Smith starts strong. Miners by 6 with 1:40 to play in the first quarter, up 10-4. Duncan draws the foul.
Yeah.
And I think that one will be against James Brenly. Here, let's walk you through that last sequence.
Yeah, here we go.
James.
Here, Tyler's pulling back here. He's not. Looks like he wants to kind of off balance there. It's a baseline jumper, and the guy played off of him thinking he was going to drive, which he did last time, expecting that drive. Tyler decides to pull up and shoot the 12-14 footer there. On the other end, McClatchy gets dribble penetration into the key, and whenever you do that, usually good things happen to you, and he's at the line shooting too.
Ben Duncan. Some will say that it is the Duncan Sanders show for the McClatchy Lions. What?
As long as it's not Tim Duncan from San Antonio.
Yeah.
We don't want the 7-footer.
We might have a little trouble if that were the case, huh, Gene? And the Miners turn the ball over. David Joshua drives, puts it up, off the rim, no good. They go for that offensive rebound, but instead Ty Smith gets it. Gets it on over to Brenly. Brenly drives around him. Beautiful block there by McClatchy. Ball goes out of bounds, but Ryan Langan for the McClatchy Lions. Great play there, Gene.
Yeah, Tyler had Brenly on the break there. Brenly had some room there, and he showed too much ball there, and the guy got a hand on it.
Jared Vogel. Brenly, and gets it stolen. So Brenly almost falls out of bounds, and Sanders takes the ball. Fast break here for the Lions, and a foul on the play. So number 21 there, Ryan Langan, takes the shot.
Yeah, we're going to look at this last play here. It's Brenly going to the baseline there, and he comes up, and Glass shows a lot of ball there. And McClatchy is all ball there. That's a good clean block, and the ball hits the baseline, Betty retained possession.
Langan hits his first one.
McClatchy's calling their way back in here in the first quarter on good free throw shooting.
Foul was the first one of the night by Ty Smith. Second one is no good, and they get the offensive rebound. Lays it back up, but it won't go. Miners get the rebound. Kursic gets it. And on a kick by McClatchy.
Yeah, let's see, 43 seconds left here, Jim, in the first quarter. And he's going to have to give up this basketball one more time here before the end of the quarter.
Well, if they can get a quick shot off, they may be able to get a 2-for-1.
2-for-1.
Well, they'd have to get it off in 8 seconds.
Coach Dellis has just put McFadden back in for an offensive possession here. We'll try to get the ball down low here to the post.
And for the Miners, it would sure be nice if they could notch some points here to round out this first quarter. They lead 10-7 with 43 seconds to play. So Brindley will drive the offense as he moves on into the forecourt. Had a little bit of daylight, but instead dishes it back out again. Tries to get it back over and lays it underneath the Ty Smith. Ty Smith puts it up, but it's blocked. Nice offensive rebound and 2.
That's James Brindley with the offensive board there. He's been getting his share of those this year, I'll tell you. The kid can jump.
So Brindley off the bench does a great job here for the Miners. 13 seconds to play. Duncan will hold it for the last shot here for the McClatchy Lions. From outside, in and out. Goes for the offensive rebounds. Can't get it, but Brindley does, and the quarter ends. So for the Miners, there's 1 quarter in the books.
Yeah.
And they come out of that first quarter with a 12-7 lead. And Gene, mission accomplished, or still a lot to do?
I think, Nevada Union got a slow start. They didn't score the first 4 minutes of the game. So they scored 12 points in the last 4 minutes. Momentum changed. You mentioned when they up-tempoed the defense a little bit. That got the offense juiced a little bit. And Nevada Union finished the quarter strong.
Alan, what about the stats for the first quarter?
At the end of the first quarter, the Miners, the scoring totals were low, but their stats were not. Travis Edwards had a nice first quarter. He had 2 steals to go along with 4 points. Junior Ty Smith had 6 points, 2 rebounds. James Brindley, nice first quarter, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And Brendan McFadden had 2 points, and he grabbed 5 rebounds for the Miners.
So Ty Smith comes and starts with 6 points there, Gene. So 6 of the 12 points scored by Smith in that situation. But, Brindley came off the bench and had a good first quarter.
Yeah, Brindley's a fireball. He ignites us. And here we're going to look at something here offensively for Nevada Union. There's a shot attempt by Tyler blocked, and Brindley's going up there with the big boys. He comes down with the ball, gathers himself, off balance, uses glass, and in.
McClatchy, a team that is known for the offensive boards.
Yeah.
I think the Miners really outshone them there in the first quarter.
That was a major emphasis coming into the game by Coach Dellis. So here we go. Nevada Union's opening the second quarter.
And they open it with a steal.
A zone defense here.
Kevin Nelson. Edwards and then over on to Smith. Ty Smith looking to run the defense, tries to get into the paint, gets it in and out. Nice offensive rebound there for the Miners. Travis Edwards on that play came up big, surrounded by McClatchy Lions. He comes down with the ball, and the Miners get a second chance. Outside for 3, yes!
That's another fine perimeter shooter. Kevin Nelson nails a baseline 20-footer there.
So a big 3 for the Miners, and that expands the lead to 15-7. And McFadden will be called for a foul there against number 21 for McClatchy, Ryan Langan. Ryan Langan had a very good first quarter for the McClatchy Lions.
Yeah. Now Brennan got a piece of him there. I think, that looked like much of a foul to me. Those big boys down there, a lot more contact inside than that. And Brennan got away with one there, Jim.
Yeah, that one almost looked a little like more than of a foul than the first one.
Absolutely.
From outside, off the back of the rim and no good. And I think they'll call a reach over foul there on Sanders.
That's a great example right there of, I wish we could see that one again on Travis. Not a big guy, but kept his body against a lot bigger player, and he neutralized that kid, so he, had to go over his back to get the foul. That was a great fundamental. Young players watching this game, that's how you want to rebound right there.
Into the game for McClatchy is 6'6" Jamal Thomas, only a sophomore, on Brennan McFadden right now. Ty Smith from outside, comes off no good, another offensive rebound. This time McFadden, he puts it up, no good. Miners again fight and get the offensive rebound. Out top now, underneath the McFadden. McFadden dribbles. Comes back out high. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time from outside. In.
Edwards for three.
Travis Edwards gets the benefit of a lot of iron, but all it does is hit net, and the Miners take their lead to 11, leading 18-7.
I'll tell you, Jim, Coach Dellis has got to be real happy with the team effort today. You're getting the contributions from a number of guys here. Edwards is all over the place, offensively and defensively. Brindley's rebounding inside. I mean, the Miners are, they're tough to guard when you got everybody contributing like this.
And here's a good sample of it right here, Gene.
There's Edwards going up for a long-range jump shot, and it gets a little bit of the rim, back a lot of the rim, but it goes down.
The Miners
Pinball wizard.
The Miners were really concerned of how McClatchy would do on the offensive boards, but it's been the Miners that have dominated the offensive boards here early on.
They have, Jim.
Before we get too excited, let me remind you that the last time these two teams met, the Miners led by 13 at halftime, only to lose in the second half.
Don't think Nevada Union's, they remember that. They've turned the tables on McClatchy on the boards here this game so far.
Good start here to the second quarter, 18-7 Miners. Duncan sends it on over here to Lambert. Lambert gets it on over to Langan, underneath to Jamal Thomas. Comes off and no good. Miners get the defensive rebound, but he can't quite hold on to it as Langan drives. Tries to dish it off. Nice deflection by Smith. Thomas, nice block by Smith. Outside, Duncan thought he'd try his luck, but instead from outside, no good. And there's the offensive rebound, and Jamal Thomas scores.
Yeah, that time there was good battling going on inside there by Nevada Union and McClatchy. McClatchy came up with the extra second chance points there.
6'6" size by Thomas comes in handy there. Ty Smith thought about going right down the lane, instead gives it back. And there's McFadden and a block on the play, but Sanders will be called for the foul. And Gene, unless I'm mistaken, I think that's his second.
That's 3-2.
Excuse me, that's Sanders. Liddell Sanders. That should be his second. Well, I guess maybe it's his first.
Yeah, they got it up on the. Oh, there it is. They just flashed it up. Second foul on Sanders. So that's a big move there. If we can get Sanders in foul trouble and Coach Klopp for McClatchy, going to bring in a substitute here.
If you
21's coming out of the game for McClatchy. That's Ryan Langdon.
If you can't contain Sanders and Duncan, if you could at least get them in foul trouble and limit their minutes, that would be a nice scenario for the Miners.
Yeah, Nevada Union, I'm sure, knows that. Dellis knows that, and they're going to go to work on this big boy and try to get that third before half.
Keonia dishes it on out there to Lambert. Over to Duncan. Dish underneath the Sanders, and it goes out of bounds. I think it should be the Miners, and it is.
Yep.
So another turnover defensively, Gene. The Miners really accomplishing what they need to here, and McClatchy will press in this situation. Needs to call timeout and instead gets it to McFadden.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Come back man-to-man defense from McClatchy. Smith
over to Smith.
McFadden.
Brennan McFadden gives it back out to Smith. Had a look for a moment, but instead wants to drive and dishes it out top. McFadden had a shot. Instead breaks underneath and puts it in.
He is so deceiving with the ball. He gets the ball 15 feet away from the basket. You think there's no way this guy's going to go by you. And what's he do? Goes by him on 2 dribble power move layup.
So McFadden with a good game early on, and a travel is called against Sanders, and another turnover against McClatchy.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a Brennan on the perimeter there. He looks like a guard right now. He's dribbling through guys, coming up off balance. Body control is wonderful, gets it up off the glass. And I'll tell you, he's going out for a much deserved rest right now.
McClatchy presses a little bit difficult, so they have Tyler Smith inbound the ball.
Yeah, that Nevada Union's showing zone right now, and they're frustrating McClatchy on the offensive end.
Latimer gave it on over to Smith. Smith from outside comes off the board, no good, but a nice offensive rebound, but instead it's stolen away there by McClatchy. Number 4, Actor Keonia. And a steal by Smith. Smith has a partial break to the basket. Instead backs off and waits for some help. Gets it on out there to number 15 for the Miners. It's good. It counts. He's fouled. Kevin Nelson draws the foul and lays it in. And the Miners lead bloats to 15, 24-9.
Tyler has on the break there, and a lot of guys won't run. Run through that. And Kevin trailed the play really nicely there.
Smart play by Smith, though, too, there, Gene.
Yeah, Tyler saw that he was stopped, and he looked over the top of the defense. There's Nelson on the other side for a three-point play. That's the little things that you got to do to win this game.
3:48 to play. Miners lead 25-9. 16-point lead. And Sanders is fouled there on the play. Number 12 for the Miners, Carter Latimer, gets called for the foul. Only the fourth team foul for the Miners. McClatchy has 5 here with 3:41 to play. And a nice lob pass, but a great block there by the Miners. Travis Edwards did a great job there on that block in that situation. Latimer takes it out high, gives it on over to Smith. Back to Latimer, and Latimer drives. He gets a block. Sanders gets the block on the play. Nice play, and they call a foul there on Scott Kursich.
Yeah, that's not a good foul for Nevada Union so far away from the basket there. Scotty's wants to save those for inside when he's banging. So we got to watch Kursich now. And that's his first foul, so he's still okay.
So Kursich, who comes off the bench, commits the foul, and Duncan again, as has many times, will drive the offense, and Sanders puts it in. So Liddell Sanders adding to his points. Miners almost give the ball away, but Smith saves it.
The travel.
And a travel is called there against Scott Kursich. So Brenly will check in, and Carter Latimer will check out for the Miners. 2:53 to play. Miners lead 25-11. We're in the second quarter here from Ali Gymnasium. This big Metro League clash between the McClatchy Lions and the Nevada Union Miners. Here for first place. 1/2 game separates these two teams. Nevada Union leading by 1/2 game here in the Metro Division. Thomas from outside. Rebound by the Miners. So they box out well, and David Weiberg comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, David Weiberg's seen limited time here this year, but Coach Dellis wants to get his confidence early on. He came in last game against Grant late in the game and hit a big three for us.
Weiberg over to Brinley. Kursich from outside. In and out. Almost had the roll, but it didn't quite drop. Duncan brings it on up for McClatchy.
Another foul on the ground right there. I think
a foul there. Langan is fouled. 6th team foul now for the Miners with 2:07 to play in the second quarter. Miners lead by 14. Willie Moore will check out, and Ken Lambert will check in for the Lions. Ryan Langan over to Lambert. Keonia, 2. So Keonia makes it 25-13 in favor of the Miners. It's back down to a 12-point lead with less than 2 minutes to play. Ty Smith has McFadden and Brenly, gives it to Brenly. Brenly, nice twist move underneath, and a nice block. And there's a foul on the play, so McFadden will go to the line.
Yeah, Brennan got another offensive board there, and his putback there was fouled from behind.
Scott Kursich had a really good look there, but his was partially blocked, and McFadden was fouled when he got the offensive rebound.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay here. Here's Kursich coming up. Yeah, sees a lot of the nice board there, and McFadden comes over the top there, gets the board, goes back up, and looks like he got McClatchy player got a lot of ball there. I think he got bailed out there.
And actually, Gene, in that situation, the Miners needed those free throws. Ability to put a couple points on the board here late in the first half. Makes it a 13-point lead, 26-13. McFadden's second free throw is also good.
He's got a nice soft touch.
Duncan, nice block there. Miners get the turnover again. Bringing it on up the floor is Lambert. McFadden underneath. Laid up, no good. Another offensive rebound, and a foul will be called. So Kevin Nelson, a nice offensive play there.
Yeah, he stayed with it.
And you know, Gene, if you were to say what one of the differences might be in this first half, those
rebounds.
offensive boards have just been incredible for the Miners.
Yeah, we have turned the tables on these guys from the last time we met. And Nevada Union has come out with some energy.
Also good free throw shooting. When the Miners have gotten to the charity stripe, they've taken advantage of it.
Yeah, they've shot well early on.
16-point lead, 29-13.
That's our biggest lead here.
1:17 to go. No good. Duncan goes for the rebound, and he gets it. Underneath, thought he had Keonia. Keonia has it. He'll probably dish it back out to Duncan. No, he takes it on in, and he gets fouled.
Well, we had him in a double team there, Jim, and we just needed to stay body to body. Instead, Kevin got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there and tried to reach down and slap it away. And unfortunately for Nevada Union, that's a bonus situation for McClatchy.
So it will be 1-on-1. Keonia, Actor Keonia. And it's good. So 29-14 there, and here.
No, look at this. Yuba City. McClatchy gets the ball inside. Kevin just stays with his double team there. We might get a turnover, but he reaches in there and picks up a little bit of the arm.
So a fast-moving first half, and Nick Barker comes in for the McClatchy Lions. Keonia guards Smith. McFadden. Brinley turns, goes all the way to the hoop, can't quite get it to fall. Good save there by the Lions, 33 seconds to go, and instead a foul is committed by the Miners on the play, Kevin Nelson. So, Gene, not a real good foul in that situation.
No, we're scrambling for the ball. You got to like the kids' energy tonight, but there's good fouls and there's bad fouls, and we don't want to help these guys out any more than they're a pretty good free throw shooting team themselves.
Miners leading by 14, 29-15. Only 32 seconds to play, so the shot clock will be turned off. Miners can, whatever happens here, if they can get the offensive rebound, if he misses, make this their last possession. And that's no good, and McFadden gets the rebound. Brenley brings it up. Miners could use this, and Dellis tells them to make this the final possession, hopefully, of the first half. Miners work it around. 20 seconds to play. And a steal. And he misses, but the ball is put back up
10
again.
seconds
and
left.
Good. So Sam Rice gets that. 6 seconds to go. Brinley gets it to McFadden, and McFadden's hammered on the play and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, we got bailed out there.
So, Gene, the Miners a little bit fall apart there in the last minute and a half here of the first half. But if McFadden can make these two free throws,
stretch it,
then they'd be in pretty good shape. Gene, let's take us through this here.
There's Brinley on the gets into the interior of the defense there and finds McFadden coming from the other side there. McFadden's tried to finish there, which he usually does. He's going to go to the free throw line here and tack on 2 more for NU.
He's made the first free throw. 3 seconds to play here in the first half. And he makes the second. The ball is deflected. Long shot at the buzzer, no good. So Gino, almost deja vu all over again. The Miners, in the first time these two teams meet, in the first half leading 30-17. Tonight, on the strength of that last free throw by Brennan McFadden, they lead 31-17. So is it the McClatchy Lions that are going to say to themselves, we've been here before, we've seen this before, we have them right where we want them?
Yeah, they're too good a team to panic. They're going to come out and play they're going to come out and play a strong second half. So McClatchy by no means is out of this game. And unfortunately for us, we got a couple guys with 2 fouls, but we'll be strong in the second half.
The Miners' road to Arco Arena is being underwritten by all 3 locations of Liberty Motors. Gary Alkenbrack has done it again, created more selection for you with 3 locations to serve you in the foothills. The original Liberty Motors on Freeman Lane, the new Liberty Motors in downtown Grass Valley, and Liberty Motors in Auburn.
And Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. HBE Rentals is a full-service rental facility and supply yard. Whether you're a contractor, homeowner, or a business. From carpet cleaners and trenchers to chainsaws, backhoes, HBE has the tools you need to get the job done right. HBE Rentals and Hanson Brothers Construction.
Suburban Propane is everywhere you live in the foothills, in Grass Valley, Auburn, and Colfax, and they're celebrating 76 years of providing you with propane service. And that experience has taught them that there's only one way to deliver propane, and that's your way, Suburban Propane.
And Placer Title Company, Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil remind you that when you purchase or refinance property in Nevada County, it's you who have the choice of title companies and want to work with. Placer Title Company has 2 locations to serve you. With complete title and escrow service, Placer Title Company.
Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop, the Tripp brothers, David, Todd, and Darrell, have been your neighbors for many years, specializing in collision repair and custom painting while working with most insurance companies. Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the foothills. Your favorite Game of the Week telecasts are now available on DVD. That's right. Every game in your vast Touchdown Production library is available on DVD. And now Touchdown Productions can also transfer your personal home videos to DVDs as well. Keep the memories of your family forever. Transfer your videos on DVD with the help of Touchdown Productions.
So, Gene, we get a little bit of an opportunity to catch our breath here.
Yeah.
Kind of a special night tonight in that, boy, we can take a sigh of relief here.
It was like a track meet there for a while.
Yeah, homecoming night tonight, and our master of ceremonies for Touchdown Productions for our halftime show is Alan Barros. Alan, take it away.
Right now we're going to get to the homecoming festivities for tonight. They're about to award the Spirit Stick to the class that showed the most school spirit during this week. They're going to introduce the winter homecoming court right now.
That
freshman princess right now is Taylor Carell, being escorted by her father.
Darren sure looks dapper tonight.
Sophomore princess Sandy Gutierrez, member of the Lady Miners varsity basketball team, and the sophomore prince is Chad Mason, member of the junior varsity basketball team and quarterback of the junior varsity football team.
And Sandy is escorted by her mom, who attends almost all of her games.
Junior princess Sarah Corker, junior prince Sean Dooley. They are now going to present you the senior homecoming court. Senior princess Kelsey Austin and the senior prince John Viola. The next senior princess is Amanda Benson. The next senior prince is Nate Rosenblum. Amanda Benson, member of the Lady Miners volleyball team here at Nevada Union.
Amanda had a great run this season on to the state championship.
The final senior prince and princess, Princess Sarah Nunnick, member of the Lady Miners varsity basketball team, and Mark Miller. Mark Miller, one of the managers for the varsity football team this season.
Sarah Nunnick, one of the star players for the Lady Miners.
By her father, Joseph Nunnick. Now they are going to announce who the winner for the King and Queen for the senior class is.
And now to begin the crowning. The freshman prince is receiving his medallion.
It's the freshman prince and princesses are being crowned right now. Very exciting time in these young people's lives.
Now the sophomore prince receiving his medallion.
Jim, were you ever a homecoming king back in high school?
You know, I never quite traveled with that group, Alan. But thanks for asking. I think Gene was, though.
No. No, I wasn't even close to that group.
Sophomore princess Sandy Gutierrez is now being crowned.
Sandy, a great kid who adds a lot of character to the Nevada Union Lady Miners.
The junior prince is receiving his medallion.
Junior prince Sean Dooley is now receiving a medallion.
You know, Alan, I never even had hair like that.
Yeah, it looks like it takes a lot of effort to grow out that kind of hair.
Most of mine's gotten pretty gray.
I did have a pretty sporty afro in the 77. Used to carry a pick in it, by the way.
Now to announce the senior court. Mark Miller, the second runner-up prince here at Nevada Union High School. He'll receive a medal right now.
Pretty proud moment there for Mark.
Second runner-up princess, Kelsey Austin.
And now, our first runner-up prince, Nate Rosenblum.
Nate Rosenblum is this year's first runner-up for the Prince here at Nevada Union's senior class. He'll receive a medal right now.
Followed by our first runner-up princess, Amanda Benson.
Tomorrow night, reminding you that there will be the homecoming dance over at the Veterans Hall in Grass Valley. Amanda Benson is the runner-up princess for the senior class.
What do they do there at the dance there, Alan?
The 2005 senior king here at Nevada Union High School is John Viola. He is now being crowned.
As King John.
And our winter 2005 homecoming queen, Sarah Nunnick.
The 2005 homecoming queen at Nevada Union is Sarah Nunnick. As you know, she's a member of the Lady Miners varsity basketball team. Great honor for her right now.
Sarah, a great kid, always with a smile on her face, loves to play the game of basketball, and as soon as hoops are over, she's right into Lady Miners softball.
John Viola and Sarah Nunnick now getting their picture taken together. Now walking off the floor is last year's homecoming queen.
And now, our freshman prince and freshman princess. Give them a round of applause.
Freshman prince and princess are walking off the court. Chad Mason and Sandy Gutierrez now exit the floor.
Now our junior prince and junior princess.
Sarah Corker and Sean Dooley will now exit, the junior princess and prince. Second runner-up prince and princess for the senior class, Mark Miller and Kelsey Austin will now leave.
Now our first runner-up, prince and princess. Give them a hand.
The runner-ups Nate Rosenblum and Amanda Benson now exit the floor. And last but not least, the king and queen, John Viola and Sarah Nunnick.
Congratulations, Coach Garrett, to the 2005 Western Homecoming Senior Court.
Well, that's the homecoming court for this year here at Nevada Union. To be elected king and queen of homecoming is a great honor. And now, we're going to throw it back to you, Jim and Gino, for second half of basketball.
Thanks, Alan, and great job there. There's the flavor of homecoming. And let me remind you that the Miners' Road to Arco Arena is being underwritten by Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance and Financial Services. Mike Bratton can help you obtain insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, and health, and can also help you plan your long-term financial investments. And of course, both Robin and Mike Bratton support NU Sports. That's Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance. Paulette's Country Kitchen. Paulette and John Rickard are serving up country-style breakfast and lunch all day long, from pancakes and eggs to omelets and sandwiches. They also have daily lunch specials and homemade pies for your family meals. Paulette's Country Kitchen. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Mike and Mark Hauser want you to know that Plaza Tire has 2 locations to serve you in Nevada County. The original Plaza Tire in Nevada City and the PT2 in Penn Valley. Both locations specialize in complete auto and truck repair for your personal or business fleet. That's Plaza Tire and Auto Service. House of Print and Copy. Patty Faree now owns the copy store that thinks it's a print shop. Customer service is always a priority, and they specialize in any printing need you may have, from a single copy to a full presentation or program, and is proud to produce this year's NU Minor basketball program. That's the House of Print and Copy. Walker's Office Supply. Mike Anderson at Walker's Office Supply carries a selection of office products on hand to help you be more efficient, including used office furniture, or you can order from their catalog. Mike knows your business needs, and his staff knows your name because they're local, just like you. Walker's Office Supplies. And by Touchdown Productions, proudly televising local high school sports for you since 1977. Be sure and tune in next week as we come back to Nevada Union for the Metro League Championship game between your Nevada Union Miners and the Kennedy Cougars. The Miners are on a roll this season and could win it all, so tune in and find out what happens to your Miners on their road to Arco Arena on our Foothill networks of stations as we present to you the best in local sports television. And let's give a little bit of congratulations to the Lady Miners last night, pulling off a upset victory at McClatchy against the McClatchy Lions, and that also sets up a Touchdown Productions game of the week next week, where the Miners are going to face the Yuba City Honkers for the second time this season. The Miners if they are able to beat Yuba City on their own home floor, would then be able to claim the Metro Championship. And wouldn't it be neat if the Miners could claim it in both men and women foot basketball there? So for the Miners, a good first half, but the job is far from complete. This is a scenario that we saw unfold in the first game that these two teams met. But Alan, what are the stats there for the first half?
First half stats for the Nevada Union Miners. Leading the Miners in points and rebounds tonight, Brendan McFadden, 10 points and 8 rebounds. He's perfect from the free throw line also. Kevin Nelson, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and he's perfect from three-point range. Travis Edwards, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in the first half. Tyler Smith, 6 points, 2 rebounds. He's 3 of 5 from 2-point range, 3 of 7 overall. And James Brindley, 2 points and 2 rebounds in the first half for Nevada Union.
So for the Miners there, a strong first half, but this game is only 16 minutes old, and throughout the course of the next 2 quarters, the Miners are really going to face the test here of these McClatchy Lions, a game that is critically important for the Miners to win and to prevail tonight so that they can move on for that championship game against Kennedy. And Gene, as we kind of catch our breath here before the second half, maybe this is a stupid question, but how do the Miners need to come out here in order to make the second 16 minutes as successful as the first?
Well, I think one thing that they need to do that they didn't do against McClatchy the first time is they need to come out and continue to attack offensively and not, play afraid to lose. When you have a big lead, sometimes you're back in your heels a little bit and you're not, attacking like you should. And Nevada Union wants to make sure that they come out with the same mindset defensively, cause some turnovers. And that's what energized this offense early on was that defensive pressure.
You have to think also, Gene, at halftime that Jeff Dellis, having gone through this once before, had some good words for his players to prepare them for this second half so that history would not repeat itself.
Yeah, that's right. And in Nevada Union, these kids, they know the big picture here, and they're seasoned players. They've a lot of them, like Coach Dellis said in the pregame, that they've won championships. They've been in championship situations here. This is not new to them. They're not a young team that way. So
we have a 14-point lead here for the Miners at halftime, 31-17. So, strong performances in the first half by Ty Smith, Brendan McFadden. Brenley played well.
And Travis Edwards had number 11 for Nevada Union here, who's starting in the second. And Dellis is rewarding him with starting him in the third quarter here. He's had great energy today. So yes, it's been a team contribution this game, and to win big games, to championship teams seem to find a way to do it with the team, and it's not you just rest on one or two guys' shoulders, because those guys can sometimes be stopped, and so everybody's stepping up tonight. It's good to see.
Miners will begin the third quarter with the ball, and although Kevin Nelson chases one over there into the far corner, he should be the guy that inbounds the ball. And for the Miners, Carter Latimer is in, and Ty Smith, Travis Edwards, and Brennan McFadden. So there's your first 5 here to start off the third quarter for the Miners, and here we go. Smith brings it on up into the forecourt. McFadden back over to Smith. 20 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time. Kevin Nelson. Nelson looks to drive and instead double dribbles. So an early turnover, not exactly what the Miners would have wanted off their first possession. And Duncan, as he did so often, begins the offense. From outside, a 3 ball, off and no good. Brendan McFadden gets the defensive rebound. Dishes it on over to Smith. Kevin Nelson, back over to Smith. Latimer. Miners looking a little bit tentative here. Smith takes matters into his own hand. Shoots from outside, good.
Another hit a tough jumper on the baseline there. That was a tough shot, not being able to use the glass.
Nice to score first to Gene coming out here in the second half.
Yeah, it sets the tone. There's a steal by Tyler.
So a nice steal on a pass from Duncan on over to Keonia. So the Miners picking up the pace where they left off. Smith goes to drive the lane, instead gives it on over to McFadden. It's deflected out of bounds and will go over to McClatchy. So the ball is deflected by Sanders right off of the fingers there of McFadden.
Here's the last possession down by McClatchy. He was trying to throw it inside. Tyler steps in front. Nevada Union usually fronts the post anyway. So Tyler gets the steal and we're going the other way. So Nevada Union turned it right back over though. So McClatchy ball with 6:40 to go here in the third.
A little bit of a delay here to start things out.
Yeah,
the referee's over the scorer's table.
I don't know if this is it's not a time clock issue, I think.
They've got the score right, 33-17, 6:40 to play. Early on here in the second half from Ali Gymnasium, big showdown between the Lions and the Miners. Miners so far prevailing. Duncan will bring the ball on up. Keonia. Left hand puts it up, no good, but Sanders gets the rebound. All he gets is rim and a nice rebound there as they fight for the ball. Underneath. Two.
It's a good look up court there.
Kevin Nelson.
Latimer had a nice steal, kept his head up and found Nelson all alone there for a layup.
Almost another steal by the Miners there, and they do get it. Over to McFadden. McFadden's going to drive. Off the rim and no good. Sanders with the rebound, and McFadden commits the foul.
Yeah. It's a frustration foul there by Brennan.
Fast-moving Miners, though, here, Gene.
There's Nelson up front there for a layup on one end there. And Kevin got out, and Latimer saw him, and he converted an easy one. Here's McClatchy back on the attack. Nevada Union starts off in their man-to-man defense here to open the third.
Lambert with the ball. Gets underneath the Keonia. Left hand is up and a foul on the play. I believe that foul will be against Tyler Smith.
No, they're giving it to McFadden. That's his third. So there's a concern for Coach Dellis right there.
I didn't see that one there, Gene.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought that foul was Tyler's.
Keonia hits the first one. And that cuts it to 35-18. Miners by 17 here early in the second half. We're only 1 minute, 8 seconds into the second half. And Keonia hits his second. Nelson dishes it on over to Latimer. Latimer to Smith. McFadden wants the ball and gets it. Gives it back to Smith. Smith wide open from outside two. So Smith on that jump shot there hits, and the Miners extend their lead to 17. From outside, no good, and McFadden gets the rebound. So McClatchy starts off the second half, Gene, kind of cold.
Yeah, Nevada Union's, they're playing with some good intensity again, and McClatchy's struggling offensively right here with Nevada Union's pressure defense.
And the Miners will take timeout. No foul on the play. I thought the Miners took timeout on that play.
I guess the McClatchy guard there hit Kevin Nelson here across the arm there. So McFadden's coming out for a blow here.
McFadden comes out.
We got a little ruckus going on here with Nelson and number 12 for McClatchy. Duncan. They're going at it a little bit, so we have to watch that one.
Well, if Nelson can get Duncan off of his game, that surely is eliminating one of the offensive threats there for McClatchy.
That's right.
Nelson over to Brindley. Brindley over to Smith. Kursick. Outside. Three ball. Yes!
One of our sharpshooters, Kevin Nelson, drains another three ball.
Nelson with a hot game tonight, really adding to the momentum that the Miners have built up here. And a big three shot. Kursick deflects it, and it comes on over to the Miners. Brindley brings it on the forecourt. Fast break outside to the Miners. Here comes to Ty Smith. Three ball off the rim and no good. Thomas with the rebound for McClatchy. Over to Duncan. And timeout is called there by McClatchy. The Miners with their biggest lead of the game, 40-19, a 21-point bulge with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play. And Gene, you got to think in your mind that whatever might have happened several weeks ago at McClatchy, the Miners are doing everything to avoid that happening again in this contest.
And they are. They came out with a mindset here in the third quarter, and Coach Dellis got to be real happy with their effort on both ends of the court today. They know that their lead evaporated in McClatchy, and they're refusing to lose attitude right here is evident.
We're almost halfway through the third quarter, 4:20 to play, and for the Miners to be able to take what was a 14-point lead at the end of 2 quarters and take that to a 21-point lead, that is a great start.
And it's come by in both inside and outside scoring. So it's Nevada Union's got great balance right now.
Another miss there by McClatchy, and it looks like it'll be a jump ball, and it is. Possession arrow is for McClatchy, so Ty Smith mixes it up a little bit with Liddell Sanders, and a jump ball results, and Duncan will inbound the ball here for McClatchy. Sam Rice over to Keonia. Keonia off the front rim, no good. Miners with the rebound and a fast break. Has Smith, gives it to Smith. Thought for a moment that Smith would drive, but instead dishes it on out. Thought about 3 for a minute, but instead dishes it on outside to Nelson. Nelson to Brenly.
It's a good decision for Nevada Union to pull that out and set up an offensive set here.
Brenly back over to Nelson. Ty Smith thought about it for a minute, but instead underneath the Kursick, and it gets deflected away by Thomas and on over to Sanders.
It wasn't a bad set, even though they turned that over there. That was some nice passing by Nevada Union.
A wild attempt for a layup, and Sanders puts it up and is fouled. And I believe that foul's going to be on Travis Edwards of the Miners.
Yes.
So the Miners with 3 team fouls, the second foul there for Travis Edwards.
Yeah, so Nevada Union's got Nelson, Smith, Edwards, Fadden with all two fouls here early in the third. Well, halfway through the third here.
Liddell Sanders sinks the first one.
Comes for Nevada Union, Zach Wood is making his first appearance into the game now for Nevada Union. He's the biggest kid on the team. He's a 6'5" junior post player. So Dellis is reaching down into the bench today. Weberg's seen a little time. Woods into the game.
Good defensive rebound there by Brenly. Thinks about going all the way on it. Over to Smith, to Kursick. Travis Edwards. Brenly gives it over to Smith. And the steal there by Keonia. Almost a foul by the Miners. Almost a steal by the Miners. Brenly chases it down. Had a chance to drive, but instead backs off. And this time the Miners call timeout. So we've got 2:54 to play here in the third quarter. The Miners leading by 20, 40-20. And Alan, what do you have there as stats here for the third quarter?
In the third quarter, Kevin Nelson's really broke it open. He's hit 2 of 2 from three-point range, and he has 14 points tonight, along with 3 rebounds. Brendan McFadden 10 points and 10 rebounds. Travis Edwards has 7 points and 2 steals, and James Brenly has grabbed a couple steals this quarter for the Miners.
And you know, Gene, some of the things Alan was talking about, I've been tremendously impressed with the rebound abilities of the Miners tonight. They have definitely brought their game up and out-rebounded McClatchy.
Yeah, that's been the key to their success in this game. Sometimes when you're not hitting your shots, you got to play both ends of the court. And Nevada Union, this is one of their most solid performances that I've seen in a while. I mean, on both ends. I mean, they, a lot of times they play great offense and not so good defense, and vice versa. But tonight, they're bringing it from both ends. And what a time to do it. At home, with 3 games to go, destiny in your own hands. Kids are pumped.
Miners by 20, 40-20. Comes out to Brenly. Brindley to Smith. Smith has a good look for three and takes it, but it comes off the rim and no good. But the Miners get the rebound and a travel is called.
So coming out of the timeout right there, Nevada Union had a set play design, and they did get a good look at a three-pointer there, but off the rim.
Travis Edwards traveled on the play, and there Edwards gets the rebound. So Miners will bring it up. Brindley, Smith. Brindley, I thought, had a look for just a moment, but instead sends it on over to the corner to Smith. Miners taking their time, looking for the right connection underneath, and a foul on the play.
Yeah, that was a nice look inside there by Scott Kersick. He found Wood open underneath the basket.
So Zach Wood comes into the game and immediately draws the foul. And it looks like a 30-second timeout. Here it is, Gene.
Yeah.
Nice play by the Miners.
Yeah, that was Scott turned, faced the basket, which is a post player. You know, your first step is a pivot to the hole, see if anybody's open. And Wood found a seam there and got good position to score there, and he just got bumped off balance there, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Even with the bump, he had a very good look in that situation.
Here's another replay here, and that's Brindley on top of the ball here. And he goes over inside there to Kersick. Kersick looks over the top, which was kind of hard to do with that big 6'5" post player staring you in the face there. But Scott somehow got it over the top of McClatchy there, and got it over the top of Jamal Thomas. Found Woody.
For Zach Wood, a couple of big free throws coming up here. Miners looking for their biggest lead of the night if he could sink both. Their largest lead's been 21. They lead by 20 right now with 2:06 to play in the third, and there's the first one of them. So they match their biggest lead of the night. Miners lead 41-20. And there's the second. Quite a bit of iron, but a 21-point bulge here by the Miners. Almost a steal. Thomas has it, dishes it on underneath, and a nice turnaround play there by Sam Rice. 2 for McClatchy. Brindley to Kersick, one over to Edwards. Kersick looks underneath and gets Brindley, and he puts it in.
Yeah, that was a nice dive to the hoop there by James Brindley.
You know, and the Miners seem to be working those plays well where they're catching the open man, Gene. Here's Keonia.
Oh, got a leaner to fall there. That was a tough shot.
Long pass to Kersick, and it's good. So not only is their shooting game good, but their passing game is also excellent.
Yes, it is. They're on target.
1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Keonia, Thomas. Duncan for three. Hits.
Got it.
So Brindley brings it on up and over to Kersick. Miners lead by 19, 46-27.
And then he's going to take the shot clock down here, and they're down to 10 seconds to get it off.
Smith. Nice give and go. Can't quite put it up, but the rebound by Wood is good. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Duncan with the ball. Brindley almost steals it away. They do to Smith. 3, 2, 1, yes! And that's the third quarter. So the Miners end in a hot streak, forging for their largest lead of the game, 23 points. The Miners lead 50-27. And Gene, that was about as strong a third quarter as you're going to see.
It definitely is, Jim. They're hitting on all cylinders right now. You know, what a time to play your best basketball of the season right now. You know, you're playing the number 2 team, 1 game behind you in the standings. So a loss here by McClatchy, you know, pretty much eliminates any chance that they have for the playoffs. They'll be two down with 2 to play.
Puts them a game and a half behind.
Yeah.
Miners would still have a game in hand. And here's just another highlight of that third quarter.
Yes, it is. Here it is. Scott down here. He's getting doubled. So he's looking, and Brindley, the defense has shifted to look at Scott. Brindley goes behind the defense, and you know they don't see him come in the back door there. But Scott does and finds him for an easy one.
Miners' execution in this contest tonight, Gene, has been pretty close to flawless.
I'll tell you, Coach Dellis is going to be very happy with the effort from his team tonight.
He said they had good practices all week. The guys had a good mental frame of mind coming into the game. And, you know, let's remind you that this McClatchy team has not lost for a long time. They have scrapped and clawed back into this Metro League race, down by 23 with 8 minutes to play.
And they're going to have to put some defensive pressure here in the fourth quarter. They're going to come with some traps and try to get some easy steals here for Nevada Union. Nevada Union's got to be patient, make sure value every possession here. And there's a steal.
And here comes Duncan, and he scores. And almost a steal, just about a foul. Over into the corner there to Nelson. Back on over to Latimer. Brennan McFadden.
Going to call a jump ball right there. As Brennan tried to pull that ball through, McClatchy got their hands on it and got enough of the ball to cause a jump there, and it's a McClatchy possession.
So it'll be McClatchy's ball, 7:18 to play. Miners still lead by 21. And here's Duncan, one of the biggest offensive threats here for McClatchy, who has been relatively cold all night. Miners have done a great job on him defensively. But here's Keonia, and another 2.
Keonia's a slicer. He gets to the rack.
And almost a turnover against the Miners, and a foul.
Nevada Union's having a little difficulty with this pressure here in the backcourt. So
McClatchy has nothing to lose here, Gene.
No.
They're down by 19 at this point with 7 minutes to play. They've got to do something different to try to get back in this game.
Yeah. Here comes Tyler back in to handle the basketball for NU.
And there is the Nevada Union donkey right there. If the donkey is there, the Miner must be somewhere close to the donkey.
Well, I think Nevada Union's got a cowboy up.
When that Miner brings his donkey to the game,
you know,
Gene,
it's something special.
You know it's a big one.
And he's working the stands right now.
I want to see that Miner ride that donkey. Back to live action here as the Latimer gets it on over to Smith. Over to Nelson. Latimer has a little bit of a look, looks to drive the offense, gives it outside. Nelson again, in and out, can't quite get the roll. Wood tries to get the rebound. Great job and a fresh clock for the Miners. McFadden had a lane to go through. Wood instead takes it. Off the rim, no good. Smith tries to put it up, no good. Another offensive rebound for the Miners as Wood tips it on over to Nelson. And Duncan commits the foul. So the Miners all night have been beating McClatchy at their own game. McClatchy's offensive rebound game instead has been Nevada Union's offensive rebound game. Latimer, Ty Smith, strong game by Smith tonight. Nelson gives back over to Smith. Smith thinks about driving, doesn't have much to go with, and instead dishes it on back out underneath the Wood. Wood with a strong game. Looks like he's hammered. No foul call.
That's a nice strong move by Zach Wood to the hole there.
Thomas to Keonia. Keonia from way outside. No good, and Smith will get the rebound. Here come the Miners up the floor. Fast break to Nelson. Nelson in, 2.
Nevada Union's getting out in the open court tonight.
So another fast break where Smith has a good look there at Nelson and catches him for 2. And Wood will commit the foul there in that situation. So Wood moves over on Keonia, but instead Genie draws the foul.
Yeah, that was a nice, on a switch, on a pick like that up high, Nevada Union's defensive philosophy is to jump, push that guy uphill, and that's what Zach was trying to do, but just got a piece of him.
So Wood will come out, Scott Kursick will come in. 5.5 to play here. Keonia, good block, but a foul is called. Looked like it was mostly ball.
Yeah, Tyler thinks so, but you got a referee says otherwise. That's number 3 on Tyler.
So Ty Smith commits his 3rd foul. That is the 15th foul for the Miners. So Keonia shooting with 5:21 to play, with the Miners ahead by 21. Gene, when we started out tonight, you would have hardly thought that the Miners would be in a position to lead by 21 with 5:21 to play.
No. I thought this game was going to be decided in the 4th quarter. The way these two teams have been playing, and there's a turnover NU right there. But Nevada Union, extra energy tonight. A big crowd, homecoming, a lot going into tonight's action. So they're on their game.
Keonia wants to drive the lane, and in fact, Keonia has probably been one of the bigger offensive threats, and they've done a great job, Gene, in this respect. Duncan, big-time player, that very much limited him. Sanders, their big scorer, they've very much limited him tonight.
Yeah, both of those.
Great job defensively.
Yeah, both those scorers, they were trying to get him involved early. McClatchy game plan coming in here in the first quarter was to pound the ball inside in the post. And Nevada Union doubled from the weak side, so they took the post action out of the game, and then they had to go perimeter, and their shots weren't falling. Nevada Union and their guards doing a nice job too, defending them. So great game plan by NU tonight.
Another foul there against the Miners. Number 12, Carter Latimer, and it may be a little bit early to talk about it, Gene. I don't want to get too much ahead of ourselves, but
yeah, definitely not.
Next week, we can't look beyond that with Duncan taking a couple of shots here. Next week, if the Miners are capable of prevailing here, that makes the Kennedy game even bigger.
That's right. And Kennedy, they just got their best player has been out for half the season, half the league season, and they just got him back 2 weeks ago. So they're going to be loaded for bear, ready to go. They have 3 great offensive players, the Kennedy team. So Nevada Union's going to have their hands full next week.
Jamal Thomas had 3 looks at a rebound there. Finally, the Miners are able to corral it, and they bring it on up over to Smith. Big possession here for the Miners. 4:44 to play. And Kursick deflects it out of bounds on a pass to Ty Smith. Sanders there to inbound the ball. Duncan finally takes it. They tries to get it to Sanders. Keonia does. Can't quite do it, but does get it inbound to Thomas. Thomas to Duncan. Back over to Thomas. He'll take it from outside and hit. So Smith brings it up. Outside. Good. 3
ball.
Travis Edwards.
That's Travis's second 3 tonight, and a big plus for NU.
Hits for 3. Keonia. Ty Smith will commit another foul. So let's take a look here at this sequence, and here's the 3-shot, Gene.
Okay, here we go. Edwards spotting open. He's just got such a good look. The guy's playing off of him there. Travis says he's feeling it tonight. This has been it's been a fine game by Travis.
And the Miners are going to take a timeout here.
Coach Dellis wants to make sure that remind the Miners that how they got here, how they got this far was by playing within themselves, and everybody has defined roles on this team, and to continue to play. The way they got them here was everybody's doing what they do best, and we want to end this game. Nevada Union wants to end this game I'm playing good basketball. I'm not turning this thing into a PE game, which sometimes with a 20-point lead with 4 to go, you get a little lax and things happen, and pretty soon the other team makes a run. So I think Dellis is just reminding them that about that, and that you're here. The reason they're here is they've been playing hard and making good decisions.
Alan, anything from a stats point of view that we need to know?
For McClatchy tonight, their leading scorer is Actor Keona. He has 13 points. Waddell Sanders has added 5, and Ben Duncan has added 7. And those have been the main offensive threats for McClatchy. For NU, Kevin Nelson's leading the way with 16 points tonight. Tyler Smith has 12 points and 4 rebounds for Nevada Union.
So, Gene, like you said, a really good team effort here tonight. Everybody chipping in, everybody contributing. The bench also has been extremely strong.
Yeah, Dellis has gone deep into that bench tonight, and these kids are coming out with and doing what they do best.
Keonia hits his first, so earns a second with 4:01 to play. Miners now by 20, and now 19. Miners looking to break fast. Brindley gets it, and I think they're going to call a foul there.
Yeah, they're going to whistle him for it's still not a shooting foul.
5th team foul there by the Lions. And the first foul to be called against number 11, Ken Lambert. Persick turns around and brings it on in over to Brindley. Brindley wants to drive, backs off and instead gives it on over to Smith. Smith to McFadden. McFadden, a little bit of daylight. It's good. It counts. He's fouled.
Yeah, those two guys. So you get Smith and McFadden on one side of the key there, Jim. They've been running that little pick and roll action for many years. They got it down.
And you got to say, if the Miners can bring that same level, here's this play to Kennedy next week, that would be also a whale of a game.
Yeah, Kennedy's, they're coming in with a season on the line. And they got a 1-2 punch of Zach Graves and Tyree Brown, which are their 2 leading scorers.
Smith with the rebound. Fast breaks by Persick. Gets it there to him almost perfectly. Instead, McFadden takes it, and he puts it up and in. So McFadden with a strong effort tonight, too. Duncan will try for 3. That also won't go, and Brindley gets that rebound. But a nice steal there by Keonia. Officials let the players play. Keonia from outside for 3 and hits. Less than 3 minutes to go. Ball goes out of bounds, should stay with the Miners, and does. I've really been impressed. You talk about Duncan and Sanders. Keonia's had a great game tonight, Gene. Yeah, I've been very impressed with how well he's played.
Yeah, he's he's number 2 on the team as far as points per game. He's getting 12 a game. So and then they got one guy with 8, almost 9 a game, and another guy with Jamal Thomas with 7.5 a game. So they're very balanced in their scoring also throughout the season.
Alan, what about Keonia tonight?
Keonia currently has 18 points and 1 rebound right now. He's the majority of the offense for the Lions tonight.
So of the 39 points that the McClatchy Lions have scored, 18 of those, almost half of them, have been by Keonia. So Actor Keonia really making his presence known tonight. And, if a pregame strategy was to control Duncan and Sanders and to control McClatchy's ability to corral those offensive rebounds, you got to say mission accomplished. So Keonia still at the line. The Miners will inbound here. Smith with the ball.
This is a last gasp effort here by McClatchy.
And a fast break for the Miners. Here's Brindley. And he scores.
Brindley, little snowbird there by James Brindley.
The Miners have most definitely been a stronger energy team tonight. And there's a basket by number 21, Ryan Langan for McClatchy. We saw Langan early on, but hasn't had that much of a presence. Let's take a look at that play here to Brindley.
He led Brindley like he was a wide receiver there, right over the top of his head. Brindley's a great athlete there. Once he's up and gone there, and Brindley, that was a nice set play.
So Ty Smith leaves the game with 2:35 to play. And there is the unmasked Tyler Smith. Gene, he doesn't wear that to bed at night, does he?
No, he doesn't. He thinks that's real annoying to have to put that mask on, but
I can imagine it is.
When you know that protection's there, you're not, he's driving the lane like he normally does. I haven't seen him, hold back at all, go into the basket, because he's thinking he's going to get another shot in the nose or something. He's just played through it.
Well, strong game tonight. Got a little bit of adjusted to it in the first quarter of the game on Wednesday night, but had a strong second half. And here tonight, just a great contest. And Scott Baldwin checks in for the Miners. Baldwin gets it on over to McFadden. And McFadden is fouled by Keonia. So that has to be about I believe the 7th team foul for McClatchy. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Miners ahead by 20.
Yeah, I think Dellis is, any minute now we're going to see some kids coming into the game and get good time to get some kids some minutes that haven't been playing a lot this year in front of their home crowd.
McFadden makes the lead 21.
Got Scott Baldwin in the game now for Nevada Union. He's a tough kid. Goes to the glass hard. Great instincts on the boards. There's a shot of our athletic director, Steve Pilcher. They're standing next to George Brindley, one of the assistant football coaches.
Derek Fink ready to check in for the Miners. And for Brennan McFadden, a strong contest as he bows out with 2.5 minutes to play. So, as you said, Gene, the bench is going to get some good minutes tonight.
Yeah, we got Derek Fink, number 14 in the game for Nevada Union now. He's a 6'2" junior post player.
And a kicked ball by Brenley. Duncan inbound here for McClatchy. Sanders gets it outside. Back over to Duncan. Duncan for three. Off the front of the rim. 3 Miners there to get the rebound. Here comes Brindley. Brindley's got Fink to his right. Tries to get it to him, but instead puts it in.
That was a tip ball, I think. Still went in.
From outside. Again, the Miners up for the rebound, and Brindley fights Sanders for it and draws the foul from Sanders. And you have to think that Liddell Sanders is pretty frustrated. Here's that Brindley play, Gene.
Yeah, look at him. See, he was going to pass it, and he slipped the ball out of his hands. It came right back to him. So he just, I think he scored that one with his elbow.
And Gene, you got to admit that for the Miners tonight, just about everything has gone right.
Yeah, it really has.
Every aspect of the game, including this one right here.
When you're making shots off your elbows, you know it's a good night here. And Nevada Union's got a chance to get. They got Joey Paleo, number 24, a junior guard, into the game, and Adam Green, senior defensive specialist, is about ready to enter the game.
Lead has bloated to 25. And now 26. So the bench is just about empty. Into the game for the Miners comes Zach Wood. Adam Green is also in. And the fans are calling for Bo Castle. We've yet to see if Jeff Dellis will give in and give them what they want. And a foul there on the play as number 22, David Joshua from the McClatchy Lions will go to the line. So for the moment at least, Bo Castle remains on the bench. Bo, having had an excellent season as receiver for the Nevada Union football Miners, team that went to the Sac Joaquin championship game against St. Mary's. As with a few other players, made the transition on over here to basketball.
Yeah.
And, you know, Gene, I guess when the Miners football season ended, it was kind of a turning point for the basketball team, wasn't
Definitely
it?
was. They were struggling. It was, 1-7 start for NU, and I think largely to the late start by the football players. You know, they got out December 10th, and then when they came, and things turned for the Miners, and the team started to gel a little bit.
Baldwin almost gives the ball away.
It's been uphill since then.
Outside. Yes! Derek Fink gets on the scorecard.
And Bo's coming in by popular demand.
Bo Castle moving over to check in, and there will be a foul, and Castle will check in.
Much to the crowd's delight.
Alan, anything from a statistical point of view?
For the starters, their final stats for tonight: Tyler Smith, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Travis Edwards-Finch with 10 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. Kevin Nelson, 16 points. Brendan McFadden, 16 points and 10 rebounds tonight.
Boy, it's been a total team effort for the Miners, huh, Gene?
Yeah, it's been great to see this. You got 4 guys in double figures here. That's a sign of the ball being dispersed, and it doesn't get much better than that.
A crowd favorite, Castle got his first touch over to Baldwin. Baldwin almost gives it away. Adam Green back over to Baldwin. He's going to drive. Almost loses it, stays in the paint. Dishes it on out to Fink. Fink gives it on over to Joey Polillo. Yes, Derek Fink.
Yeah. Fink's loving it. Got a big smile on his face. Good.
McClatchy for 3, but that's no good, and Baldwin corrals the rebound. 34 seconds to play in the closing moments. Miners enjoying a 71-45 bulge. A game that was supposed to be close has been a blowout. Outside to Baldwin. Baldwin wants to drive. Draws the foul. It's good. It counts. He's fouled. So Scott Baldwin goes to the hoop and draws the foul on the play. Committed by Liddell Sanders. Or maybe that was, that was Willie Moore.
Take a look at that last scoring opportunity. Ball fakes there. He goes baseline. He's going to the rack right now. Bumps, little contact. Nice shot.
Good play by Baldwin. Polillo gets the steal, and that'll be it.
And that's it.
So the Miners strongly and convincingly prevailed tonight in a game that was supposed to be ever so close, but that became a blowout by the end of the first quarter. And Gene, there were a couple things we talked about at the beginning of this contest. Miners had to play consistently. They had to play with tempo. They had to not allow the offensive boards. They had to negate Duncan and Sanders.
And they did all those.
All of those things were accomplished.
Nevada Union came out on a mission tonight, defensively and offensively, and they executed the game plan perfectly.
And if you take a look there at you see above you, Gene, there's part of the story. Miners winning every quarter of the contest.
Not just winning
the
quarter,
smallest one
dominated.
was by 5 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
9 in the second, 9 in the third, 6 in the fourth, even when they had in the second string players.
Yeah, Nevada Union, 74 points. That's a high number, and they've been averaging in the 50s and 60s. So offensively, we did a little bit more tonight. Defensively, Nevada Union has been limiting many of their opponents to single-digit quarters, and they did that tonight in the first quarter. And in the middle 2 quarters, they got 10. So Nevada Union's got to be real happy with their defensive effort.
And kind of a strange scenario in that you wanted them to come out strong, but they really had to play 4 quarters based on their history against this team. Not only did they come out strong, not only did they lead by 14 at halftime, but then they get another 9-point bulge in the 3rd quarter, and then the 6-point bulge in the 4th quarter. So
let's see if we can keep
really
some of this momentum
effort
going for the Kennedy game on Wednesday.
The Miners' Road to Arco Arena has been underwritten by Liberty Motors and Liberty Outlet. The Alcombrecht family hopes you've really enjoyed tonight's Metro League telecast.
And Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Reynolds, the Hanson family supporting high school sports throughout the foothills.
Suburban Propane. Everyone in the Suburban family supports our local football teams.
Placer Title Company, the Placer family salutes the character of sports and says, "Go Miners."
Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop. Daryl, Todd, and David are proud of our NU Miner basketball team.
And Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services. Robin and Mike Bratton are longtime NU supporters.
Paulette's Country Kitchen. Paulette and John love to watch their son Bo and all the Miners.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Mike and Mark Hauser carry on the family tradition of supporting NU sports.
The House of Print and Copy. Patty Ferreira is an NU alumni mom and is proud to produce this year's basketball program.
Walker's Office Supplies. The Anderson family is happy to sponsor the telecast of youth sports.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the foothills since 1997. Our executive producer and director of tonight's telecast is Gilbert M. Dominguez. Chiron operator and replay, Brandon Duckett. Camera operators, Grady Fike, R.C. Cameron, and Dan Roediger. Announcers, Jim Adams and Gene Smith. Game stats by Alan Barros. Our production assistant, Julie Weiberg. Office manager is Patty Costa. EIC is David Bevan. Our distribution, ACTV, is Casey Dominguez. Seabridge Connections is Kurt Hegener. NCTV is Bill Carlquist, Francis Rao, and Lou Sitzer. Remote facilities provided by the Commander. Commander maintenance by Plaza Tire and Auto Service. We're always interested in your comments. Touchdown Productions is in Grass Valley. Feel free to call us at 274-2206 or write us on the World Wide Web, feedback at touchdownproductions.com. So another exciting contest here for the Miners. For Gene Smith, Alan Barros, Gil Dominguez, this is Jim Adams saying this has been a presentation of NU NU basketball, and exclusive coverage by the Touchdown Productions Television Network. Good night.